Hi guys, welcome to my video and to my wish list gift list series. You might notice my super festive lip art today. I am doing 12 days of Kissmas for the 14th through the 25th on my Instagram. That's at everythingproof. So today's look was candy cane lips, basically. Hopefully that is not too distracting while I go over this wish list gift list. Today's gift list wish list is for the chef or someone who spends a lot of their time in the kitchen. The first item on my list is a flavored gourmet sea salt set. There are sea salts flavored with literally everything, and this is kind of a gift that would definitely be used in the kitchen because if you're a chef, you reach for the salt a lot or else you're not a good chef. That's just my personal opinion. And salt brings out a lot of the other flavors, so when you have these salts that are infused with either herbs or essential oils or anything like that, it even brings it out even more. So those are really good gift sets for somebody that is going to be in the kitchen a lot, and the fancier the better, obviously, but they come in all ranges of prices. The second item on my list is kind of just like a quirky little cute thing. I own one, and it's called the Obsessive Chef Cutting Board. It actually shows you the size of the dice. Like, it shows you what julienne looks like, and I just think it's kind of a cool piece to have sitting on your countertop, but also it's really like different than any cutting board that you'll ever find. The next item in this list is the Prepara Herb Saver. It's Herb Saver pods, set of 3, help keep the herbs that you're using in cooking fresh longer. So you're gonna stick them in the little pod. You know, just go check out the link because it's kind of hard to explain, but if you are in the kitchen a lot and if you're cooking a lot, fresh herbs is absolutely something to have on hand all the time, and the longer you can get those to last, even better. The next item on my list is definitely something that I don't think every chef would have, but I think it would be really cool to have sitting in your kitchen, and it's a small butter churn, and you can literally make your own butter. So especially if you have somebody who like their chef thing is to bake bread or like anything that has to do with butter, then having a fresh butter churn is like, I don't know, I think that's the coolest. And it doesn't look like it's super hard to use, and it has really good reviews. So hopefully, I do not own this product, but hopefully it lives up to its hype. You might have remembered the next item from one of my favorite videos. It is a little rolly garlic chopper. You just throw your garlic in there, roll it around on your counter, and it just chops it up for you, which is absolutely amazing. Get rid of those like garlic fingers. And if you really don't even want to touch your garlic, there's also like a garlic peeler. It's just silicone, and you put your piece of garlic in it and roll it around, and then it peels it. Then you can take it, throw it in your chopper, roll it around, chop it, and voila. The next item on my list is a Immersion Blender. This is really good for making any sauces. It's really good for whipping things up quickly. They're pretty small. They come in several sizes. If someone is really in the kitchen a lot or really bakes a lot, they might already have this. But if it's someone that's like new to being in the kitchen, this is something to make almost like anything, like making dressing, making sauces, all of that so much easier. Once you have one, you can never go back to not having one. The next item on my list is actually pretty good for the environment, and they have a vegan version and non-vegan version, and these are the wax covers that you could put pretty much on any bowl and then immediately turn that bowl into food storage. So these are reusable, and you can of course get either one. The wax-based ones just have beeswax, and that's what makes it not vegan. It's definitely like good for somebody who likes to cook and is also not really into the whole Tupperware thing because of how bad Tupperware is for our environment. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. The next item on my list is an adjustable rolling pin, and I own 2 rolling pins, but I want this adjustable rolling pin so bad. Cutout cookies and pie crusts would be like a dream using this. So you have different rings that you put on the rolling pin, and then you can roll out your dough to the exact like 1/4 inch or whatever you're trying to roll it out to. And you can adjust it just by changing the rings on the side. So this is something that I think is really cool because a lot of recipes ask you to roll it out to a specific like height, but honestly, like I'm not there measuring with measuring tape when I make one of those things. I'm kind of just like, this seems like about 1/4 of an inch, or this seems about like 1/8 of an inch, which I don't even know how I would know that because I am totally the worst at measuring stuff. Like, I literally think a foot is like this big. I don't know. If they already use their kitchen a lot, they might already have it. So you kind of have to know for appliances, you kind of have to know with those too if they have it or not already. If you don't know, just like move on to the next item. You don't need to be here. But if you do know and you're like, I know that they don't have that air fryer, an air fryer is like basically a way to fry vegetables or anything pretty much in a healthier way. So especially somebody that would love to be in the kitchen and likes cooking at home a lot, but wants healthier meals for their family, air fryer is the way to go. So the next item on my list is a cast iron garlic roaster. And honestly, this would go so perfect with like the butter churner as well, because can you imagine just like buttery and roasted garlic, fresh homemade bread? Pretty much fresh homemade anything, not even just fresh homemade bread. So this is like a cast iron garlic. You like just put your garlic in it and you can roast your garlic in this cast iron thing. This is something that I definitely don't think everybody would have, even if you are someone who cooks a lot or if you know someone who cooks a lot. The next item on my list is getting copper measuring cups and measuring spoons. It's kind of pretty, it's just really nice looking, it's easy to clean, so they're pretty nice to have. I definitely think they're beautiful. I don't actually know if there's health benefits to it. I don't actually know if there's like health negatives to it. I don't necessarily believe either of the two crowds that say that, but I do think that they're gorgeous and I do think that they're kind of like a nice thing to get someone. You can also find them pretty much anywhere, like even if you go to TJ Maxx or Home Goods or something like that, they have a bunch of them. So it's not hard to find copper measuring cups and measuring spoons. The last item on my list, and even if they have 10, 15, 20 of these, which that would be a lot, like you wouldn't really want 20 of these, but let's just pretend. Even if they had that, having an extra one is not going to be the end of the world. And that is those silicone spatulas. And the way you can personalize that is they make silicone spatulas for all kinds of things. There's Harry Potter version, there is Star Wars version, there is penguin version, there is like I own penguin version, there is like French, Paris, like whatever that person loves can be on their spatula. So it's kind of like a cool little way to personalize it. You can get a couple. Some of them are pretty pricey. Some of them are $20. Some of them are even more than that, depending on how personal you're getting them. I tried to find things for this list that somebody would appreciate if they're in the kitchen all the time, but that they wouldn't go out and buy themselves. So that's kind of like when you're giving gifts, most of the time, if you really know the person, that person's already bought themselves the things you would buy for them, because we buy ourselves a lot of things. But this is kind of like a list, like what type of thing would they not know about or not think about that actually suits what they love. So those are my items. Let me know what you think. If you like to spend most of your time in the kitchen, would you want any of these items? Help some people out in the comments. Let us know which ones are yays, which ones are nays, which one do you think is the coolest of the list. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!